cream?
Yeah.
Chocolate chip.
He freaking loves ice cream. Recently, Jared Polis put out some picture where he's like slamming his face into a giant scoop of ice cream. What's with the Democrats and shoving their faces in ice cream and thinking that's gonna connect to the modern man?
Yeah.
Like all of us are fat asses just slamming ice cream into our faces like we're 5-year-old children?
That's really how they view
Yes.
you as the average person. I'm just going to shove my face in this bowl of ice cream,
Yes.
and Frank's going to love me. He's going to laugh, and it's going to be great. And it's going to get Frank to vote for me because he's dumb.
He's just like me. He shoves ice cream in his fat face. Just like me.
I'm going to watch the Super Bowl, too. See how many wings I can eat.
I know. It's unbelievable to me. Like, this goes back in my head when I see Jared Polis tweeting out the picture of his fat face cramming a double scoop Super Sundae on a waffle cone into his freaking skull. It reminds me of that doofus in New York during the pandemic.
Yes.
Eating the cheeseburgers, shoving his face with this cheeseburger, saying, "Oh, you could be like me if you get your double shot."
You want this cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying.
It's disgusting,
So
man.
gross.
But remember, we talked about it when it came to convincing people to get the booster shots or even the first round of the mRNA vaccines. What they thought of you is what they offered you for free to get the shots, right? It was cheeseburgers, lottery tickets, and I can't remember the other one. Donuts at Krispy Kreme.
Donut.
Yeah.
Oh, that's... And you know what the funniest part about that message was? It didn't work. Because all the fucking fat, no-brain morons that follow you, whatever your name was, I forgot his name. Bloomberg? No.
It's funny we can't remember. I keep thinking like Holmgren or something like that. Or
Something, yeah. but all the fat fools
De
that listen to you.
Blasio. It was De Blasio.
De Blasio.
Which isn't even his real name, by the way. He changed his name to Bill de Blasio.
You know what I'm saying? It's like anybody that would have actually, like... The actual morons that would go get a shot in exchange for a cheeseburger, they already had their shot.
Yes.
That's what you didn't understand is you already got your fat cows that just mindlessly graze all day.
But this is what these elites think you want out of life. You want the lottery ticket, you want the free cheeseburger, and when you wake up in the morning, you want that free, sugary, Krispy Kreme donut, man.
Yeah. No, they knew exactly what the people wanted. It's not even that. They knew that they played their hand and they knew that the American people would give it all up. They will even trade in the one thing that they claim to love the most, their freedom. They will trade it all for the false sense of security.
For that
You know
cheeseburger.
what I mean? Just give me a false sense of safety. Give me a vaccine that doesn't work. Force my neighbors to take that vaccine and just tell me it's going to solve everything, and I will hand over my freedom just to feel safe. You know?
Absolutely. I'll do anything for that cheeseburger, man. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so gross. But if you take a look at the last 3 years, every time Joe Biden dipped in the polls, they just trotted him out there and he ate some ice cream, and they felt like that was going to connect him to the voters or make people like, oh, he's average Joe. He's out there for us. He's Scranton Joe. Right? He's just like you and me, man. He's working 9 to 5.
Except he doesn't work 9 to 5. He wakes up at 9, watches Joe Scarborough for 2 hours.
That's right, dude. Do you want more of Senile Joe, or have we passed our time on this one?
Oh, yeah, no, let's keep going. I do this all day.
Full-throated attack on the special counsel, who once served as a U.S. attorney appointed by Donald Trump. First, it was Vice President Kamala Harris taking aim.
Gratuitous, inaccurate, and inappropriate.
Oh, this is my favorite part of the clip. I forgot. Kamala Harris learned a new word. I want everybody to figure out what word that is.
Somebody got a word a day calendar this year. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Not me. I got a Far Side calendar. Way better. I mean, you get so much laughter from the passerbys in the office. You know?
To be fair, we're hoping after a year of a word a day, she will increase her vocabulary enough to be able to read the Far Side calendar. Give her a break, Frank. You got to crawl before you run. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling Emma this. The genius of Far Side is I have it on my desk, and we have people who drop off packages and paperwork, and are always kind of walking by and signing stuff, and they bend over to sign things, and they look up and always have a little chuckle to themselves, right, from the Far Side calendar.
Yeah.
And I was telling her the best part is the other day I had one on there, and it was 3 polar bears, and 2 of them were looking into a box that a third polar bear who had a baseball cap on was holding, and it was an ice cream cone box, and on it said Eskimo thighs. Right? And they're just kind of like looking in there, like trying to figure out which one they want, you know? There's no words outside of the Eskimo thighs on the box, you know, on the little cart. And there's no caption, there's nothing. That's the scene. And so many people found that hilarious. It's so funny even just describing it. Yeah, you're looking at these 3 polar bears, you know? It's just something so simple. It's so funny. And like, we need more of that in our lives, man. Just simple, humorous. There's nothing political. There's nothing about Trump in it, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna have a little chuckle.
I don't know, if the wrong person sees it, you're gonna hear about how it's discriminatory against Eskimos. It should be northern natives.
Well, polar bears, little white supremacists, if you ask me. No black bears? No black bears in the scene? Not even one? 3 polar bears? Okay. I see where you're at, Larson. All right.
Now, how do you know all those legs belong to people that identified as Eskimos? That's what I want to know. How do you know one of them wasn't a 2-spirit Eskimo?
Where all my 2 spirits at? Yeah.
If you're a 2-spirit, does your leg cost double? I don't know. A lot you could do with that one. Better watch out, Frank.
Served as a U.S. attorney appointed by Donald Trump. First, it was Vice President Kamala Harris taking aim.
Gratuitous, inaccurate, and inappropriate. The way that the president's demeanor in that report was characterized could not be more wrong on the facts and clearly politically motivated. Gratuitous.
Oh, gratuitous! That's the word of the day! Hey! Gratuitous!
It's gratuitous, Frank.
After the speech, she's like, did you guys know the word gratuitous has 2 T's? It's incredible. No D. You would think a D. No D.
I'm sure.
It's 2 T's. It's crazy. It said it on the calendar. Friday, February 9th. People, come on. I showed it to everyone in the office. Word of the day.
So good.
People, we are ruled by frickin' idiots, man. Total morons.
The worst part is, if we all agree Joe's too senile to run, that means we have to put her in charge.
You know what? That sounds gratuitous if you ask me, my friend.
Kamala herself is gratuitous. Her role in the government, pretty gratuitous. Ready to keep going?
I'm almost certain she did some gratuitous things to get into her position in life, if I know the history of Kamala Harris. Quite gratuitous.
She very well known for handing out gratuitous sentences to low-level criminals.
So there's a lot of theories out there that the whole AI photo release of those gratuitous acts featuring Taylor Swift from not too long ago, if you remember, it swept the internet by storm. There's theories abound that something of a similar nature, but are not AI, are about to be leaked to the public, and they involve potentially somebody in the Biden administration, which is why they made such a big showing of this alleged AI leak out of the Taylor Swift images, where they're
is
going
she
to...
on the Hunter Biden laptop?
I'm thinking, if Kamala's on there, first of all, I'm surprised she's not on there yet. Like, how did we not yet see Kamala on there? We've already got Malia Obama. And
I thought Taylor.
I could see Taylor. Do you know what the grossest part of the Hunter Biden laptop pictures is the niece, man. I mean, there's a lot of gross stuff featuring his niece.
Yeah.
That does not get talked about at all, because some of them...
Frank, when you've had the mother, what's better than that? You go for the daughter. You know? I can't wait for you to die so I could go after your wife and then your daughter. You know?
Oh, wow. Yes.
That's how this world works, right?
It's the American dream. I think we all aspire to that moment.
You live your life as a drug addict loser, and then hopefully your brother dies, and you can take over his family for a month or two.